Ladies and gentlemen, Howard Hughes.
I started with Photoshop, and then when After Effects came out, it was basically sort of a Photoshop for graphics and moving visuals. Basically, every shot in the movie went through After Effects for some conversion process, some ability to see it and manipulate it. Even though it's a fairly big feature, we didn't have a huge feature effects budget, I was able to actually stretch the limited number of dollars I had over a huge number, like about 400 shots, where otherwise, if I went through the traditional way that I described a couple of years ago, I wouldn't be able to do about 150 shots total for the amount of money we had.
I'm going down! I'm not gonna make it by!
We shot actually in a golf course where we only had about 3 or 4 houses that we built to be able to basically extend and make it look like this Beverly Hills neighborhood. Knowing that we could composite it later, we shot it in such a way that allowed us to say, instead of going and doing a traditional matte painting, is to basically photograph with a digital camera other houses shot at the right time of day and basically layer it and actually do a little template of it in After Effects and slide it around and get all the color timing to match, and then basically build what amounts to a neighborhood out of what is literally almost nothing. We did this very large shot of the Hells Angels opening. Back then it was this huge monumental premiere, and we had to recreate it with, again, hardly anything. We built a set in Montreal that was only the Groundman's Chinese Theater and only a portion of it. We took our 300 extras, made them look like about 3,000 extras in the foreground, so we layered that all together. And then we shot a miniature of Hollywood Boulevard, and actually what was interesting is on the set, I was able to take a digital photograph of it. I have our foreground plate, and I actually mix them together to see if I liked how I lit it, and that became a template for the compositor to take the same elements I had, even actually using the same script I had, and start the process and then create what amounts to be a photorealistic illusion for, again, very little money and actually very little time. It just worked pretty much the first time. Everything that I needed to communicate with anyone I could send through After Effects. Because I became fluent in it, I was able to color correct any Cineon file that any of our vendors had and be able to convert it to whatever we needed.
Howard?
Yeah?
There's a rather alarming mountain heading our way.
Pull back on the wheel a smidge. Go on.
Really interesting about Martin Scorsese, he's a very traditional filmmaker, so I saw him get very excited by the possibilities, and now I think he's a convert. Now, of course, this is the way to do it, and now everything, you could change anything. You know, we don't like this cut we did because we see the same extra twice. Can you paint it out? And all of a sudden he's now, you know, can you paint out this? Can you change this? Can you add a grad here? You could put a window over this. All of a sudden now he's very familiar with all the technical terms and enjoying it.
Good girl.
What I find the most valuable is the fact that I could put everything on my laptop and with a digital camera express any idea very quickly with anybody who's within you know, eye range of my laptop. I could instantly be able to show somebody possibilities, and those possibilities beget other possibilities and other ideas.
352 on the last run.
She'll go faster.
You have an idea and you need some way of expressing it to somebody else, and you have a tool like After Effects at your disposal that allows you within minutes to actually show somebody what you have in mind and also to show yourself what you have in mind. So I think this is the future.